Hey everyone, welcome back to video 6. This is for our nonfiction titles, and I'm really excited to share these with you. They're great for homework helpers and for homeschooling curriculums. The first one that we have is the Greek Myths. This is our smaller revised version. There's a bigger one that has a little bit more information in it, but this is a great choice too. It has all of the stories that we're used to about the Greek gods and goddesses, plus some other cute little things, some history lessons in here as well. Great illustrations and really pretty. The stories in here are really short, so they're only a couple pages long. It's a great shared reading that you can do with your kids at bedtime or just as a little quick story that they can hear. Next are some of my favorite nonfiction titles that we have. These are our Discovery series. Now we have two different levels. We have the Discovery Beginning series, and this is the Discovery Adventure series. This is for your preschoolers and your early elementary kids, and this is for your older elementary kids, maybe even middle school. But I'm going to start with our beginning series because it is so awesome. And there are tons of different topics that we have. This is just a handful that I have. There are so many on the website and in the catalog. So if there is a specific topic that your kid is super interested in, I bet you that we have a book about it. So we have like astronomy here, and there's weather, and there's rainforests. Here's Under the Sea. I'm just going to show you this one. There's a high picture to text ratio, which means there's a lot of pictures, not a whole lot of text, which is great. It's bite-sized information, so the kids can easily learn what they're reading and not get overwhelmed. The best part is it is internet referenced. Each book is internet referenced. So here's the website that you would go to, and then you would put in beginners and then the name of the book. This is Under the Sea, so you put in sea. And it will bring up a web page that has a whole bunch of different articles about some of the things that you learned in the book, games. There are some printouts as well that you can do. And I really like that about these books because it just offers a deeper learning experience and it enriches what they're reading. Again, with the Adventure series, there's a bit more equality here in the pictures and the text. But what I love about this is that there's kind of a mixed literature here. So there's going to be your normal pictures and text, and then here's a comic right in the middle of the book, and it's super awesome. There's about 11 different titles in the Adventure series. Maybe 10. No, I think there's 11. But again, this is also internet referenced, and so if you are using this as a report, you can jump on the website and get some more information too. The Children's Encyclopedia is really awesome because, like those books, this is internet linked, so it's a little bit different, but you go onto the internet, and there's a website that you can go to, excuse me, but also there's this barcode here that you scan, and it takes you directly to a web page that has to do with what you're reading on the page. And so that is awesome because instead of getting a whole bunch of information about stuff you're not even learning yet, or stuff that you already learned, it's specific to what you're learning on the page. Again, there's games, there's articles, there's quizzes, there's printouts, there's projects, there's all kinds of different experiments that you can do. So it's a really great, it's just a really great thing that you can have to enrich that learning again. So here's the Children's Encyclopedia. The next we have the Illustrated Elementary Math Dictionary. We have a few other math dictionaries on the website too, so go ahead and check those out. But I love this because it presents information in a really easy way. It's all up to date too, so there's nothing that the schools aren't teaching. And it has a lot of great activities that you can do as well to, again, just enhance that learning that they're doing at school or, again, in your homeschool. There's a glossary in the back so you can quickly just learn you can quickly find what you're looking for. The next is the First 100 Words. We have these in a lot of different languages. I have the Spanish one here, but we have them in Russian and Chinese and Japanese, and we have in German and Italian and things like that. But this is probably for your preschoolers, which is a great age to start with teaching a different language. It has a nice little scene on the bottom here, and then a few things to look for in the picture, and then it has what they are in Spanish. Again, very easy. There's not a whole lot of information here that you're like, oh, I don't know what I learned. It's very easy. I think there's only 6 different pictures on each page, or on each scene, so you're not getting, again, a whole lot of information. Here's like a master list in the back. My reference book about food. This is so cool. This book is so neat. So it goes through and it just offers a whole lot of different little tidbits and fun facts about the food that we eat and where it comes from, how it grows. There's a page in here about the different kinds of cuts of meat that you can get at the grocery store. Let's see what else. How to break an egg. That's really fun. Oh, here it is. Isn't that really fun? Great illustrations, great bite-sized pieces of information that they can easily digest. Do you see what I did there? Really, really fun book. Now, our Secrets of the Seashore is probably our a part of our one of our best-selling series. The Shine a Light series is so awesome. This is a great way to present nonfiction information in a really unique way that really captures the kids' attention and their imagination, and they just love these books. So what it is each page will have a question, and it'll say, this one says, can you see what happens when the tide comes in? And there's this big blank space here. So what you're going to do is take a flashlight. I have my phone here that I'm going to use. And you stick the flashlight behind the page. And when you shine it, it shows you what happens when the tide comes in. So they're like hidden pictures in the story. So then you turn the page and then it tells you. So this one says, can you see what's hiding inside of the shells? Well, sure. Let me shine my flashlight. So you shine your flashlight and it's mussels. There you go. Again, a really neat a series to have. There's a whole bunch of different topics on this too. So check this out, The Secrets of the Seashore or the Shine a Light series. Another series I love is the Big Book of series. We have a whole bunch of different topics in this too. I have the body one here. I'm kind of an anatomy freak, but whatever. And it's called the Big Book of for a good reason. It has 4 huge foldouts. Good pieces of information, not a whole lot, so they're getting overwhelmed, but just enough to where they can remember what they're reading. I guess I should show you that page too. This is great for, again, your early elementary kids, your preschoolers, just because it's big fold-outs and they love that. Okay. All about the heart. Great trivia in here. You can learn a lot as an adult from reading this. So Big Book of, again, there's a whole bunch of different topics on this too. The Flip Flap Body Book is one of my favorite kind of anatomy books that we have. It has great information, and it's called the Flip Flap Body Book because on every page there is a flap that continues the learning. So there's going to be information on top of the flap and under it too. The other reason I love this so much is because in the very back, or I'm sorry, let me backtrack for a second. They have at the end of every unit, or every topic, I guess, a little quiz that you can take so that you can really make sure that you're understanding what you're reading and learning. And I think that's really cool too. So you can photocopy this and print it out so you don't have to mark in your book. But this is what I really want to show you guys. It's the section on how babies are made, and I actually read this to my 2-year-old son. Actually, he was getting close to turning 2 at the time that my daughter was born. So we went through and we read about how babies are made. And I was not embarrassed to talk about this stuff with him because this information is presented in a really easy way for kids to understand. Non-graphic. There's nothing inappropriate in these in the text about how babies are made at all. So you can feel safe talking about this with your kids. So when they start asking those questions, I would use this as a quick answer guide. So here you go. Next one is the World Religions book. Again, it's internet linked, which means you go to the website on the page, and it shows you exactly what you're reading on that page. Lastly, I want to talk about our big encyclopedias. We have world history, geography, and science. And these are the original size. They're hardback, but then we also have a smaller version in paperback. It has the same information in it. And these are great to have on your bookshelf for, again, those projects that the kids will have, or the the homeschooling that you're going to do. And these are great because they are actually included in a lot of the homeschooling curriculum that you'll find on the internet. These are included in that curriculum. So those are some of our nonfiction titles we have to show you. There was a lot, so I'm sorry that the video was a little longer. But get ready for video number 7, and it's going to be about our chapter books. I'll see you there.